Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Master Kane coming to you with another video similar to my last one with my battery man. I'm trying to build a raidraptor deck. It's at 33 cards in the main deck so far. I'm just kind of debating on what kind of cards I should add to it, what I shouldn't add to it, or any suggestions I might be able to get on how to make this deck effective when I'm done building on it. Anyhow, to start off, so far, I've got 2 Raidraptor Wild Vulture, 1600 attack, 2000 defense, 6-star monster. It says, during the main phase, if this card was normal or special summoned, this turn, I contribute it to special summon 2 Raidraptor monsters from my hand or my graveyard whose total levels equal 6. So I would need level 3s to really make this effective to summon the rank 3 XYZ, but I don't have that one yet. But, anyway, so far I've got 2 of him. I might just stick with that. He's not that great. And then I have 3 Raidraptor Sharp Lanius or Lanus or something. Correct me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Is that once per turn during my main phase, if this card was normal or special summon, I can change one face-up attack position monster on the field to face-up defense position. So he's a pretty basic Raidraptor. He's got 1700 attack, 1000 defense, so he'll assist the Raidraptor in the end. Then I have 3 copies of Raidraptor Vanishing Lanius, or whatever it's called. 1300 attack, 1600 defense. Once per turn, during my main phase, this card was normal or special summon this turn, I can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Raidraptor monster from my hand. Basically, if I have all 3 of these guys in my hand, normal summon, activate effect, special summon, and then I can activate his effect, special summon. So if I had a monster that was a rank 4, I could just be exceed someone right there. But odds of me having the 3 of these in my hand at the exact same time is not very likely. Now I have 2 copies. A Raidraptor Mimicry Lanius, 1100 attack, 1900 defense. And once per turn during my main phase, this card was normal or special summon this turn, I can increase the level of all Raidraptor monsters I control by 1. During my main phase, this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn. I can banish this card to add 1 Raidraptor card from my deck to my hand, except another one of him, and I can only use his effect once per turn. So no matter how many times, and no matter how many of him is sent to the graveyard in turn, I can only activate his effect once. So if I have both these guys destroyed, I can only activate one of them. Then I have 3 Raidraptor Singing Langius, or if I control a face of XYZ monster, which this deck will almost always have an XYZ monster, I can special summon this card from my hand, and I can only special summon Raidraptor monster, Raidraptor Singing, once per turn this way. Then now I've got Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius. If I control a Raidraptor monster other than this card, other than this particular Raidraptor, I can special summon him from my hand. If this card is sent to the graveyard, I can add a Raidraptor Fuzzy Lanius from my deck to my hand. I can only use his effect once per turn, and I cannot special summon monsters the turn I activate this card except Raidraptors. Now, on to the spell cards. 2 Level Lifter so far. Basically, this card allowed me to discard a monster from my hand and then I can target 2 monsters on my field that are equal level. That are the same level. So if I discard level 6, then I make 2 monsters on my field level 6. Or rank 6. Yeah. So I can rank 6. XYZ. Then I have 2 of the spell rank up magic raid force. Basically, I can target 1 XYZ monster I control, and then special summon another raidraptor XYZ monster from my extra deck that is exactly 1 rank higher, and then special summon it, and then attach my first raidraptor XYZ as materials, and every material he had becomes materials to the other XYZ. Then I've got 2 rank up magic revolution force. This one's different. It's a quick play, so I can activate it during either player's turn. It's got different effects. If it's during my turn, I can target 1 raidraptor XYZ monster I control, special summon it from my extra deck. That had the higher rank, then target it using it as the XYZ material. During the opponent's turn, target 1 XYZ monster your opponent controls with no XYZ materials. Take control of the XYZ, then special summon from the extra deck 1 raidraptor monster that has a 1 rank higher than that monster by using it as XYZ materials. This special summon is treated as an XYZ summon. Now, this spell right here, rank up magic astral force. It's just like my rank up magic raid force, but it allows me to rank up 2 levels instead of 1, so 2 ranks. So I can go, instead of 4 to 5, I can just go 4 to straight to a rank 6. Then I've got Raptor's ultimate mace. I can equip it to a raidraptor monster. It gains 1000 attack, and when the equipped monster is targeted for an attack by a monster whose attack is higher than the equipped monster, I can add 1 rank up magic spell card from my deck to my hand. If I do, I take no battle damage from that battle. XYZ energy. I can detach 1 XYZ material, target 1 card, 1 face up monster my opponent controls, and destroy it. Then I've got the spell XYZ unit. Equipped only to a face of XYZ monster, it gains attack equal to its rank times 200. If the equipped monster I control would attach an XYZ material to activate its effect, I can detach its card instead. Now I've got 3 of the trap card Raidraptor Readiness. It's a pretty sweet trap card. This turn, Raidraptor monsters I control cannot restore a battle, and if I have a Raidraptor monster in my graveyard, I can banish this card from my graveyard and I take no damage. Then I've got Raidraptor's Return. If a Raidraptor monster I control destroys a battle, I can target 1 Raidraptor monster in my graveyard and add to my hand. Yeah, you get the idea. Then I've got 3 Raptor's Gust. When a spell or trap card is activated while I control a Raidraptor monster, I can negate the activation and destroy it. Then I've got Mischief of the Knowns. I can reduce the level of all monsters on the field and hand by 1. Then in the graveyard I can do it again, but then 7 turns. Then now, for XYZs, I have 3 Raidraptor Rise Falcon. This card can attack all special summon monsters my opponent controls once per turn. I can attach 1 XYZ material from this card, then target 1 face-up special summon monster my opponent controls. This card gains attack equal to that monster's current attack. So if their strongest monster is a special summon monster, I can destroy everything. Then I have Raidraptor Revolution Falcon. It requires 3 level 6. So it's not very easy to get out on the field. 2000 attack, 3000 defense. I can attach 1 XYZ material from this card. And this card can attack all monsters my opponent controls once each at the start of the damage step. If this card battles a monster with defense less than this attack, that monster's attack and defense becomes 0. Once per turn, I can target one monster my opponent controls and destroy it. And if I do, inflict damage to my opponent equal to half the attack that monster had on the field. So it's pretty nice. Anyway, that's what I got for my raidraptor so far. Like this video, comment this video, and tell me what you thought. Have a great day.